Welcome back, Lords Mobile fans. Thank you very much for joining me for part 2 of my latest 4-way KvK. And beginning this one, we have a 415 million might target in half speed gear, half mixed war gear. Really interesting gear, and we're just hoping that he doesn't come online and switch into some proper gear. So with that Hardy range rally rocking in, the complete YOLO, willing to get capped for the cause, we're just hoping that we can see at least a walk back. So the rally's hit, knocking him down to 398 million might, not a bad drop there. So I was really excited to have a look at the report. He's got a 13.5 million troop comp, so he's got over a million of each T4. We got full countered by that infantry front line, and Hardy still does a million reds and comes waltzing on home. So that was a really good result on that first rally, and I was excited for Hardy to chuck in this cav rally. Going to counter that front line now. And despite the fact his guild actually came over a lot more on this one, gave him a lot more range trying to help with this rally, we still think the fire is going to burn. We're going to counter that front line with that massive cav hit. And Hardy gets the fire burning on this guy for the very first time, a 58.6 million might drop, 2.6 million reds, and that is what we like to see. So now, with this ego rally about to march, we actually have been blessed by the IGG gods. The ×2 points have switched over to this kingdom, and now all of these kills are going to be double points, which is absolutely glorious. Ego gets the fire burning again, a 4.9 million red toll, and this guy is not having a very good KvK. I can't imagine waking up to this one. And with another guild from our home kingdom that have ported in and already set a rally before we had a chance to set that third rally, we now know if we want to take the points for ourselves, we need to solo this guy down to 0. But looking at the report, it shouldn't be too difficult. He has only got range, so everyone chucked in their infantry, and by the time Slowpoke ChaCha got there, of course, he was already zeroed, down to 225 million might, definitely looking a little bit skinnier. We did manage to get him to 10 mil kills though, so big congratulations on that. 415 million might, sat there in some really weird gear, and leaving him at 225 mil, and I wish him all the very best for the rebuild. And moving on to the next clip, we have some baby Gryphon action, and once again, not only am I trying to get some juicy double points, I am also ready to set up a Gryphon victim for the guild. So my guild are watching, and they are ready to set rallies on pretty much all of these people, and then I can assess the damage, I can see which leaders I have taken. So then, based on whose leader I have and how much damage I've caused, we can decide if running a rally on that person is a good idea, or if it is going to be a complete YOLO or almost be certain death. And all of those options are possible. So I port back into the spot just to show the guys who I have capped, and also the guy to my left is only 190 mil, so we got solos flying in on that guy, so he's in trouble. And with it being such weak kingdoms that we were paired against, and this guy being especially weak as well, I decided that I was going to chuck in a solo. I've got all the solos coming in from everyone else, so even if I do get capped, obviously I will be rescued. So I unshelter my leader eventually. I chuck out a cav solo because I know he was in infantry formation, but by the time I've hit, he's already empty. But still, must be a really weird feeling getting Gryphon trapped and then having the person that just Gryphon trapped you actually soloing you. Just really strange. But just jumping into these reports, you have to remember these were all times by 2 points, so 300k on every single march. I believe there is 5 or 6, and these are all yummy double points, so definitely worth showing. And you can see just how much damage one Gryphon pool can do to one player. And this player was an absolute fat boy at well over 1.1 billion. He loses 6 marches of 300k pure infantry to the Gryphon, and that is actually a 65 million might drop plus. And that is crazy to lose that amount of troops in a matter of seconds, thinking you've hit the jackpot. But this guy is not in a good way. He's random relocating. He has a rally set on him. Of course, I have his leader. He's down to 317 million might. And as if things can't get any worse, he's actually got 2 rallies set on him. One from us and one from CRE. It definitely wasn't arranged. They just saw it happen. They saw me cap him and they set the rally. So fair play to them. A little bit cheeky stealing my Gryphon victim, but nevertheless hoping to get this guy zeroed. And after having a look at the reports, you can see we have done 3 marches of damage. I've got his leader, but in those marches, he's definitely put some meat in there as well. They're not even pure T4, so we got someone to test him to make sure he wasn't empty and the troops didn't come home. So now I really am optimistic, knowing that he has troops, and knowing that he was clearly panicking before those rallies were marching, just random relocating around. So I'm going to hit 150% carpet, just help that rally in towards its destination, just hoping I'm going to see that fire burn. But either way, what a nightmare situation for this poor soul as that hardy rally comes smashing in, dropping him down to 279 million might, a 37 million drop. 2.2 million reds, leaving CRE 2.8 million troopers. That very shortly they will surely come in and mop that straight up. So that rally comes smashing in, and considering he only had 2.8 million troopers to try and defend that rally, I'm pretty sure that is going to be him pretty much zeroed. So down to 209 million might, and I was excited to jump in and farm back some of my resource. A 69.9 million might drop, 2.7 million reds. They definitely got the good end of the deal there, and they were very grateful for that target, sending me the reports as well. And I was even feeling safe enough to jump back in and, like I say, farm back some of my resource. I was a little bit too slow. I didn't manage to grab those last 70k ballistas, and unsurprisingly he was left very empty. It was just a case of porting back in to farm back some of that resource. But as you know, the Gryphon 0 is never complete until I release that leader and get that trophy in one of my SizeMatters prisons. So I've released his leader. He actually did heal up to 217 million might. Shiro knocks him back down. He random relocates away, and hopefully now his leader will be safe and sound in Shiro's prison, and it is. So Shiro gets the trophy, and I wish him all the very best, down to 208 million might. And very swiftly moving on to this next bit of Gryphon trap in action, we have a 368 million might player that I've got my eyes on. I'm really thinking, despite the fact he's not sending his leader, he's only got 32 million kills, he's only 368 million might, and he's sending all leaderless marches of T4 infantry. So if I can hurt this guy and really rearrange his troop comp, can he take a range rally from one of my amazing rally leads at SizeMatters? I very much doubt it, but first of all, let's pull those troops home and get ready to random relocate away. Let's cause the damage and get all of these armies sucked in, all of those juicy double points added to my score. And when I look back to see Oscar, the adorable solo trap, eating what looks to be a march of T4, I also noticed that the guy I really wanted them to set a rally on had just run away and nobody had set the rally. So I was getting ready to sulk like a very, very sad ChaCha, but actually as I was looking through the damage, I saw a rally get set, and my man Loco, the absolute legend, was scouting around the map and actually managed to find him. He went ahead and set a rally straight away, and because we managed to find him in good time, we will at least have time to get one rally carpeted towards him. He's obviously still in fury, and we are really hoping that we are going to see the fire burn once again on a juicy ×2 castle. So with Loco having found him, he has now been random relocating constantly whilst that rally has been filling up. And now with the rally about to march, he's still in speed gear, which is crazy. He has his leader and he random relocates away, saves us using those carpets. He did shelter his leader, a 75 million might drop, 4.6 million reds. What a hit by the absolute legend Loco. And this for me is a shining example that sometimes with these Gryphon victims, even though I haven't captured their leader, it could still be a really good target. He was obviously very inexperienced, he had no clue what he was doing, he sheltered his leader, he took it in speed gear, 368 million might, and we left him at 254 mil. He almost ran away, but a really amazing find from Loco and a brilliant rally leading to that 0. And moving on, we are hoping we can get some more Gryphon victims for the guild. I think this is the 3rd Gryphon victim experience in a row, and with this guy sat next to me, that guy from afar, I'm trying to capture both of their leaders at the same time, so hopefully we can get 2 for the price of 1. And with those troops coming rushing home, it looks like I've got the timing down pretty well. Random relocating away, a rally has been set, and we should be looking good. Another rally has been set, porting back in just to confirm who I have actually captured, and we should be looking sweet. However, this is where the nightmare begins for these two poor leaderless souls. We have an ego rally on the guy sat next to me, and we have this guy getting soloed from 230 million might, and as I look back, he randomly relocates away, already zeroed at 180 mil, so brutal. One has already bit the dust. And just having a look at the damage on the player, the ego is now rallying. So he's taken 3 marches of T4 losses and he is leaderless. He's now got an ego rally filling up nicely and he is absolutely panicking. He was randomly relocating around. I look back with 2 minutes and 30 to go, and to my disbelief, this absolute lemon is hiding his troops on turf across the map. So he's complete panic mode. He obviously has no idea what he's doing. And this is just hilarious. I'm on the phone with the birthday boy Drakey, and very luckily for him, he's only just managed to jump back over. He couldn't join the rally because he was in fury, but now he is skipping from one T4 march to the next, literally just hopping across from one bit of turf to the next, and he actually ended eating more T4 marches than I took off him with the baby Gryphon. So it was so savage to watch all of those marches just disappearing as they got dragged to their doom. And I seriously couldn't even believe this was happening whilst I was watching it. So 380 million might, another army disappears down to 371 mil. And these are the reports from birthday boy Drakey. 250k reds on the first and second. On the third, another 250k reds, so that's 750k kills, and rounding it up to 1 mil kills just for Drakey alone, 160k reds on the fourth, and down to 371 million might, and we were all in absolute hysterics watching this, and in comes Labia, likely to solo this guy, and actually after all of the torture this guy has endured, I'm seriously wondering how many troopers he's got left. He's lost 3 marches of T4 to the baby Gryphon, he has lost 4 marches of T4 to Drakey, and now he has the monster Labia timing that solo in time of his troops walking back, getting that fire burning and knocking him down a brutal almost 20 million might, down to 352 million might. And just as you think, surely the nightmare is coming to an end, this guy starts hiding his troops on resource tiles. And again, that is seriously not going to work. We are going to Norsaurus the tiles away, and he is going to lose those troopers as well. So this guy clearly has no idea. And in all honesty, at this point, I'm almost feeling sorry for this guy, almost, if I wasn't having so much fun. And that Drakey solo was an 8.2 million might drop, 230k reds. So even more precious kills and precious points for Drakey, getting way more than I did from this guy, actually getting 4 marches of T4 and getting a couple of solos in there as well. What a result. And as you can see, the only troopers he has left at this point are the troops that he tried to hide on the tiles. Unfortunately, that is not going to last too long for him. We've already moved most of the tiles out of the way, and as we speak, with every single teleport from my guild after we've cleared the tiles out of the way, he is losing march after march of T4, and now as you can see, he finally realised what was going on. We all jumped in to farm my resource back, and at this point he has got 1 army returning home, and that is all he's got left. So I'm going to release the leader and complete this Gryphon Victim 0 with style. He was over 400 million might when he was farming the Gryphon, and now we are leaving him at just under 300 million might and completely zeroed. And now he's going to end up getting capped as well. We're going to get that Gryphon Victim trophy. My gorgeous little Pew Pew gets the bragging rights for this one. And let's have a look at the results. So needless to say, 243 getting the win, a 2 billion guild score for SizeMatters, doubling the score of second and third. Me getting first in the kingdom with 346 mil, but a big shout out to TZ Yukio for that second place. And a massive shout out to all of these incredible people at SizeMatters, and I really can't thank everyone at SizeMatters enough for putting in the grind, working together and achieving 16th in the world. Yet another massive global accomplishment. So unlike the previous 2 4-way KvKs, I didn't manage to get first in the world global solo score, but a very respectable 39th in the world with a 346 mil score. I was very happy with that. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed. Please do hit that like and subscribe, it really helps, and I will see you very soon.